What movie? What movie? What movie? What movie? What movie? Blood no, blood no, blood no. Souls no. Oh, Darkness Falls. Yeah, let's do this one. Darkness Falls. This little gem right here was a movie that scared the living hell out of me as a kid. I'm gonna put some screenshots over here. Yeah, it's not a very good movie. I watched it in preparation for this, and it's unintentionally cheesy. Like, unintentionally. So, let's get into some details about it. Now, Darkness Falls has got a very unique premise to it. Pretty unique. I will give, before I go into any details, spoiler alert. If you've never seen the movie, when did it come out? 2003. If you've never seen this movie, and it's 2017, it's 2003, go watch it. I mean, I can only recommend it to people who like unintentionally cheesy horror movies. Anyway, let's get into the plot. The plot is pretty simple. The plot is that there's this town called Darkness Falls that had a pretty rough past. There was a old woman back in the day who would collect the teeth of the children. She was giving them money to try to help them because it was not a very good financial town. At least that's my perception of it. Well, yeah, the village people thought she was a witch, so they burned her at the stake. Well, that's where our movie takes off from there. Their main character actually starts off as a little boy, and he's in his bedroom, and he is told not to peek for the tooth fairy by his mom. Well, he peeks, and he sees this right here, this creature right in his face, and he hides in the bathroom with the light on. And that's where some of the stupid comes from in this. The movie villain's weakness is light. So, Well, he's hiding in there, and his mom is telling him there's nothing to worry about. So she goes to show him there's nothing in the room. And, oh no! The monster grabs her and kills her. And then just sits outside his door at the bathroom all night waiting for him to come out. Now, he gets accused of killing them, so he's not really liked. Fast forward to the future. Modern day 2013. Not 2013, 2003. Sorry, I have to keep looking up the date. And there's another little boy who saw her. Now, you would think that with a character like this, that if you look at her, she kills you, there'd be more killings. That just goes with the whole stupid, unintentionally cheesy thing. Well, you get to see the main character again. He's in a apartment that is completely covered in lights everywhere. He's got flashlights galore. He's got big like Christmas lights and stuff like that, and like spotlights all throughout his apartment. He gets talked into going back to Darkness Falls to actually help the little boy get over it. Well, he goes there, and the boy's in the hospital. And he's sitting there talking to him, and he realizes the little boy saw the same thing as him. And wouldn't you know it, no one believes him. Now, most of the movie's filler from there, like him trying to explain things about her and about what's going on, but it doesn't work so good. It really doesn't. Sorry about the shaky. I would be using my new camera, but the microphone on it's not working, so. Anyway. Yeah. So, he starts trying to prove that she's real and that he didn't do anything. And then people start dying. And they accuse him. So they arrest him. And the Tooth Fairy lady, this ugly woman right here, again, goes on a rampage and starts killing people. Now, he's in the cell at the police station, and power goes out. And all the cops start just freaking out and start shooting at her. Nothing helps. And he's sitting there freaking out, and then one cop finally lets him out. Well, they go to the hospital. Now, the hospital scene is probably the best entire scene in the entire movie. It literally is got the little boy hiding from the woman, like, monster thing, and in a dark, completely dark hospital with only some emergency lights on, all because of a storm. And it gets a little bit more creative there, like genuine horror movie aspects, where they have to stay in the lights to survive. Now, they introduce a few throwaway characters like a doctor, nurses, and stuff, and they all get taken out pretty quickly. There's one scene where they have to go through a hallway in a little very narrow, like no bigger than like a soda can size light against some piping, and they have to go between light and darkness to get to it. Now, in between them, they jump. One jumps and gets grabbed and carried. Then, once they get past that, before I go past, when they're in that, you have the main character staring the Tooth Fairy right in the face, and her stupid sound effect. I would edit it in, but I don't want to get copyright strike. But just in his face. Then from there, they have to jump downstairs. Now, again, one of the nurses jumps and gets carried away. Gone. They keep jumping, and then there's a tense moment where the main character's at the stairs and he's getting ready to get engulfed by the darkness, and he's like, "Run!" And then the cop that saved him bursts through with his truck, and boom. There you go. Light there, blah, blah, blah. They start leaving, and the Tooth Fairy follows and starts destroying and attacking the truck, and pulls out the doctor that carried along this whole way out of the truck. Now, where are they going? The lighthouse. I don't understand the thinking of the lighthouse, but maybe because it's gas powered instead of electric, so they can reboot it. Well, they get in, and they have to fix the lighthouse, and some tense moments happen. And again, they do the face-to-face. And I forgot to mention, at one point during one of the gunfights, they actually blow off part of her mask, so you see her burned face, which is cool. I actually like that effect a lot. But they turn the light on and she explodes. But they end the movie on a cliffhanger where a little boy loses his tooth, or a little girl loses a tooth. I can't remember right now. Child loses their tooth and is told by their mom, don't look at the Tooth Fairy. And the little girl turns over, opens her eyes, and sees her mom. And then goes back to sleep, and then you hear the sound, and the credits roll. Now, I'm going to reorient myself now. Alright. So, this movie scared me as a kid. I was already pretty afraid of the dark. My sister probably had something to do with that. I watched a lot of horror movies like 3 and 4. So that kind of warped me a little bit. But what really scared me was when me and my sister went and saw this movie with my family, me and her were sharing a room. And like we shared a room, we had bunk beds, we slept together. Like I was top bunk or bottom bunk, and we would interchange. Well, my sister had a geisha mask on the wall and a hoodie. Never paid any mind to it. But I just lost my canine tooth. First tooth I lost. And I'm laying in bed with it underneath my pillow. I'm on the top bunk at this point. I roll over in the night and I wake up because I start rolling off the bunk. And it wakes me up. I see the mask. And my mind freaks out. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I just roll over, throw the cover over me, and I'm just like sitting there waiting to die. I pass out eventually. And when I wake up, the mask and the hoodie are gone. Apparently, some point in the night, someone moved it. I still don't know if it was my mom or my sister. But they moved it, so it was gone. So for the next 2 years, I lived in fear that I saw her. So I would always stay in the light. I wouldn't sleep without a light on. I had to have the light on. And I eventually found out what happened, and that threw me for a loop. But yeah, it was it's a movie worth watching at least once. Replayability, once you've seen it once, you're done. The effects are old, they look dated. Sound effects are kind of bad, acting is pretty bad. It's a good premise, very good premise, but it's more of like a Twilight Zone or Tales from the Crypt kind of thing, more than a movie. But yeah, if I was gonna give it a rating, I'd probably give it, I don't know, 3.5 potatoes. Like I said, it's good initial watch, but with a catchphrase like this, for sheer terror, it rings around the ring. And then right there, you see that right there? An eye for an eye, your life for a tooth. An eye for an eye, your life for a tooth. It's like whenever the DVD came out, they realized, yeah, this is cheesy, we're gonna play along with it. Put that back. It's got really good effects for the time. Like, you could compare it next to like one of the trauma films, and it's way better quality. It's up there with like Hellraiser quality, but all special effects, no practical CGI. But yeah, I would recommend it at least once, one viewing. If you like it, buy it. I got mine for, how much did I pay for it? $5 at a local store called Bookman's. If you live in the Phoenix area or Tucson, you can find Bookman's. They also have one out in Mesa. So, but if they don't have a Bookman's where you are, look for them. Like Second and Charles might have them there, or even eBay or Amazon. Yeah, it's not on Netflix. I looked, but maybe Hulu. I don't have Hulu. Check it out though. Alright, well, this is my first movie review. So if you guys liked it, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Share, like, whatever. Do what you need to do. If you guys want me to do more of these, let me know. If you have recommendations, I have a pretty big selection of movies. If I don't have the movie, I can probably pick it up pretty quick and watch it and give it a review. My next couple movie reviews are going to be other movies from my childhood, just because it's personal experiences. Anyway, well, thank you for watching today. And again, this was Hippokittie. Remember, always follow your dreams. Peace, peace.